If you rely on Section 8 housing, you need to watch this video. Right now, Congress is making decisions that could affect thousands, if not millions of people that are low income, including people with children, seniors, and people with disabilities. So who's going to truly be affected with these changes, and is your Section 8 at risk? If you're wondering these things, have no fear. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through some of the changes that could be happening and whether or not you are at risk. My name is Victoria Langford. I am the credit solutionist and the lead debt elimination strategist over at mycreditcall.com. With over 16 years of experience in the affordable housing industry, I've worked with Section 8 from day one of my career. I can definitely tell you that there may not be too much to fear, and there's always a way to get your assistance and maintain it. So in the next few videos, we're going to be talking about Section 8 housing, some of the different programs, and whether or not you may or may not qualify. This is part 1 of my Section 8 series. Let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you are returning, come on in, take off your shoes, and let me know what you're drinking. You know I got you. Also, be sure to join our free Facebook group. Links are in the description. Now, you all know, love them, hate them, whatever. This new administration has come back with a vengeance, and they mean business. I will say, as someone that works in the affordable housing industry, I'm not really worried, and there's a lot of reasons why, which I'll cover in my series as I go along. I work as an auditor, and what I see every single day is multiple people, if not thousands, getting approved for Section 8 housing, among other programs, every single day. The truth is, you just have to know where to find this information. Now, what these changes mean as far as with Congress is that there's going to be a lot less funding, meaning there are fewer housing vouchers. You know, that voucher that you get that pays a portion of the landlord's rent, and then Section 8 takes care of the rest of the rent for you. Now, I understand that could be scary for a lot of people to find out that your voucher is not coming. But here's the truth. It's not that your voucher is going to get cut off. It's that there are going to be some changes made to who qualifies for vouchers and who is going to actually get signed up for a voucher. So it kind of means that if you're in the system, you're going to be okay. It's the people that are newly coming in that are going to be scrutinized a little bit better. As an auditor that is HUD adjacent, I can tell you that some of these rules and guidelines are absolutely needed. HUD has even published that they have lost hundreds and millions of dollars in subsidy that has been paid out to individuals and property owners that actually had faulty paperwork, or people were actually committing fraud. We've lost tons of money due to this, and I've seen it in my 16 years as a HUD adjacent auditor, okay? So let's talk about who is most at risk. Number one, it's always going to be families with children, as well as people with disabilities and seniors, because these are our most vulnerable population. So over 2.6 million disabled individuals are actually on Section 8. This kind of funding, if it gets cut off, could absolutely lead to homelessness, which we do not want. Seniors are another part of the population that I think are very vulnerable and will not be affected by this. Number one, because Social Security is what a lot of them rely on. Very few people in the paperwork that I audit actually have assets. However, I will also say that I've seen people that have millions of dollars in assets but pay $200 of rent in an apartment. When you see documents like that, it does make you question the validity or the policies that are put in place currently with the government and government-funded housing. Okay, so I'm gonna just put that out there and you guys can feel however you want to feel about it. Now let's talk about mixed status families. What it means is that there could be a household with 5 people in it, but maybe 2 or 3 of those people are not US citizens and they are undocumented. Now I know that could ruffle some feathers, but those households actually do receive assistance, but they receive what's called prorated assistance. So if vouchers did actually stop, a lot of these people may never qualify for housing. So they may actually be stuck in a situation where they have to live with those people that do qualify for the voucher. So what's behind these cuts after all? These are part of Republican budget cuts, right? So these proposals are aimed at reducing federal spending. Now, you know that the defense part of our country is never going to go without money. It's always going to be housing, food programs, and all those types of programs that are going to get cut first. Trillions are being cut from programs that help regular people, while tax breaks are the thing that keep the wealthy people going. Now, there's an entire other low income program that's called tax credit, or LIHTC. Go ahead and look it up. I may cover it some other day, but it's too much to do right now. Now, I have actually come across paperwork where someone will say that they're zero income completely, yet they have 8 kids in the household. My question is, how do you make $0, but you have 8 children living in your home? I'm not sure that that's totally possible, even though I'm not in that person's pockets, so to speak, but HUD is scrutinizing these types of housing setups. You've also heard of the person that may have a Section 8 voucher, but maybe they drive a Mercedes Benz. Maybe they just bought a Range Rover. It would stand to reason that we need to question why that is happening, right? Again, I'm speaking from a compliance and auditing standpoint. I'm not really speaking from the lens of someone that needs the affordable housing. Now, we could all use a break on our rent, right? You guys, if you just watched my video where I was talking about high income earners not being able to afford rent. Well, some of these policies that are in place with Section 8 and other affordable housing programs is the reason that is happening. Because if you make $50,000 in this country, there really is no reason that you shouldn't be able to afford $1,500 of rent and a $350 car note. Are you ready to pivot your finances to the next level? Then join the Credit Pro Academy, our free Facebook group where you'll connect with a group of like-minded, financially savvy people just like you. Here, you'll network and share your wins with peers who share your financial goals and challenges. Stay updated with the latest in credit and debt elimination strategies, and best of all, you'll get real-time support from me, the Credit Solutionist. Don't put off your financial growth any longer. Click the link in the description below and join the Credit Pro Academy today. See you there. But here we are, right? You make $50,000, so you don't make enough to qualify for affordable housing. You literally have to be below the poverty line to even get considered or put on someone's wait list for a voucher. Now, there is a solution to that, which I'm going to talk about at the end of this video, okay? Now, let's talk about the last thing here, what you can do. If you are someone that has that Section 8 voucher and you do fear that you may lose it, I'm going to tell you that's probably not going to happen. If anything, you are already grandfathered in. It's really the people that are trying to get in that are currently on the wait list that have something to worry about. Now, I want you to stay informed, okay? Don't wait until your rent goes up. You need to follow all of the HUD updates over at HUD.gov. HUD is actually doing a complete overhaul of all of their policies that they've had for the last 20 or 30 years in a program that's called HOTMA. That's HOTMA. You need to go and start reading up on it, because while it is going to be more lenient, it's going to be a little more strict and stringent in some other areas where HUD has been lacking. You can also call your representatives. These people work for you, so let them know that these cuts are going to affect you, your community, as well as the economy of your area. You can become part of a tenant association. A little thing that a lot of Section 8 tenants don't know is that they have so many rights, it would make your head spin. In my apartment series, I always cover how you all have more rights than you believe. You have tenant associations, you have fair housing offices that literally exist to hear your complaints lodged against owners. And if you feel like you've been treated unfairly, even during the application process, even if you are approved or denied, you need to have a backup plan. That's the last thing that you need to do. Start looking into housing options right now. If you believe that you are someone that's in danger of losing your voucher, here's the thing. You have to start looking for other options. And I may have something in the back of my arsenal that I work with every single day that I think is going to surprise you all. Waiting for Section 8 housing doesn't take 10, 15, 20 years. Now, in some cities it does, but I have the inside scoop on certain cities in the United States where it literally takes about a week to get your Section 8 housing. If you want to hear all about that, go ahead and watch the next video in my series. If I've shot it already, I'm going to go ahead and link it somewhere right here. I'll talk to you soon. Credit Solutionist out.